Hello everyone, in this video I'll be translating and summarizing the latest Urdu broadcast by Imran Riaz Khan to make it accessible for our English-speaking audience. Let's go through the key developments and insights in Imran Riaz Khan's words. Today an incident occurred outside Adiala jail and there's a lot of noise surrounding it. Someone threw an egg at Alima Khan, and that's the simple truth behind the commotion. Earlier today, Imran Khan had a meeting with his supporters inside the jail, where the Toshakhana 2 case is ongoing. Then, a plan was hatched to create an external distraction so that what Imran Khan says from within the jail wouldn't become the focus. Instead, all attention would shift to this outside incident, an example of how the establishment manipulates public perception. This isn't anything new. The military establishment has used smear tactics like this before on Fatima Jinnah, mud thrown at her, defamed. Same with Benazir Bhutto, same with Nusrat Bhutto, also with Kulsum Nawaz during her time. The military establishment is the master of defamation, and today they added another layer. They threw an egg at a woman who was simply delivering her brother's message. Here's what Imran Khan conveyed. First, support the September 8th strike call. Imran Khan urged full participation in the PTM's strike call made by Akhtar Mengol and Mahmood Khan Achakzai, offering condolences for the attack survivors and urging solidarity to make the protest successful. Second, drone strikes in KP must stop. He issued a strict warning to the Khyber Pakhtunkhwa government to fully halt drone attacks in Bajar and Waziristan, labelling them as attempts to weaken KP's government. Third, torture and solitary confinement. Imran Khan revealed that he and Bushra Bibi are being tortured mentally and kept in civil solitary confinement. This isn't just personal oppression. It's meant to silence the voice of the people because right now Imran Khan is opposition and the opposition carries the people's voice. Despite the pressure, Imran Khan asks for nothing for himself. There are countless offers from the establishment, safe passage abroad, anything, but he refuses to surrender for personal gain. He stands firm for the people. Fourth, health, but silent. His sister conveyed that Imran Khan said, "My health is absolutely fine, don't believe any outside reports." Although acquaintances confirm medical issues, he refuses to show weakness. He fears being reduced to figures like Zardari or Nawaz. He endures pain but refrains from complaining because he doesn't want to be seen as weak or join the ranks of cowardly politicians. Now let's talk about some new concerns raised by Zalmay Khalilzad. He said he received credible information, possibly from American embassy or inside establishment sources, that Imran Khan is being mistreated in jail. According to what he's heard, Imran's medication may include insulin, potentially to induce heart attacks. He may even be given polluted water, and he's held in total isolation with no air conditioning at all. If any of this is true, well, it's blatant mistreatment of a political prisoner. He must not suffer, pressure should be applied, and even the United Nations should address this. When Alima Khan's sister emerged from jail to speak to the media, something truly shocking happened. Media and PTI leaders noticed an unusually heavy police presence, something that just never happens under normal circumstances. There were also unknown women in white clothing with veils. No one knew who they were. PTI lawyer advocate Tabish even asked police about their identity, but there was no response at all. Suddenly, one of the veiled women threw an egg which struck Alima Khan and rolled down her scarf. Immediately after, she fled toward a waiting car. PTI workers tried to chase her, but police intervened, clearing the way for her escape. Even plainclothes people helped her get into the vehicle and drive off quickly. This was a vile, shameful act. Politics should never condone physical attacks on someone who isn't even a political figure, but merely appeared to support her brother's cause. Also, this isn't proper journalistic conduct. Some reporters shoved cameras in her face and harassed her while filming. That's not tough journalism, that's just harassment, though she has no political role and KP government officials and press were available for questioning. Yet she was the one harassed. PTI has endured criticism and attacks, but this kind of physical intimidation, especially against a woman performing a family duty, should not be tolerated. The police's subsequent statement made it even clearer they were involved. The so-called Minister of the Interior for the whole kingdom, Talal Chaudhry, reversed the blame and said this culture was introduced by PTI. He accused PTI of starting this trend of ink-throwing, shoe-throwing and egg attacks. Let me clarify a few incidents he referred to. A shoe was thrown at Nawaz Sharif in a mosque. The attacker was a religious fanatic, not linked to PTI. PTI had condemned the act. Ink was thrown on Khawaja Asif. Again, it was a religious extremist, not someone from PTI. PTI had condemned it and called it wrong. Ahsan Iqbal was shot. The shooter turned out to be a fanatic from a religious political group. Even Talal Chaudhry himself was beaten during a party organisational meeting. The attackers were from Balochistan. They even admitted later that they beat him, and he's still crying about that incident, still hasn't gotten justice. All these things happened to PMLN. These were all physical attacks. But in a democracy, what should happen is you question people with words, not violence. You ask, why did you do this? You shouldn't have done this. There's a proper way to confront leaders. You question them in presses, social media, and so on. Yes, our social media is toxic. Every political party has trolls. But no one follows abusive accounts as openly as Maryam Nawaz. She follows the worst abusers on Twitter. No other political leader does this. I don't think even Bilawal follows such abusive accounts. Imran Khan doesn't follow any such person. But social media is still full of filth. People throw verbal abuse, sometimes even get personal. But physical attacks cross the line. This is what they did to Fatima Jinnah. They did it to Benazir Bhutto, to her mother, to Kulsum Nawaz, and now they're targeting Imran Khan's sisters. Who's behind all this? The military establishment. And politicians, unfortunately, enable it by acting as facilitators. This cycle must stop. All politicians must realise what goes around comes around, and with interest. It's now proven through video evidence that the women were brought in through a planned effort, given facilitation, and then rescued afterward. Some PTI workers pointed this out too. The setup was so meticulous that media cameras were ensured to be on when the egg was thrown at Alima Khan. The media then made it breaking news. Meanwhile, no one discussed the message Alima Khan brought from Imran Khan. The entire focus was, she got hit with an egg. The people who organised the attack also organised the coverage. They made sure the story ran. PTI has left Imran Khan's sisters alone, especially Ali Amin Gandapur. Gandapur can take his entire cabinet, MPAs and MLAs to Mirza Afridi's farmhouse in Lahore with no problem. But he can't manage to reach Adiala jail. That tells you everything. This same Gandapur who took a whole political entourage to Lahore had no issues being there. They had a grand political meeting at Mirza Afridi's farmhouse and even turned it into a party centre. But when it comes to Adiala jail, Gandapur says, if I go there with MPAs, they might be arrested, and then we won't have enough people to vote in Senate. Imagine. He can go to Lahore, but not Adiala jail. Imran Khan keeps asking him to come, but he never shows up. A harsh reality. PTI's leadership should be ashamed. They didn't just abandon Imran Khan, they've left his family to suffer as well. And these women who have no political ambition are doing what PTI should have been doing. They're fighting for their brother. On journalism and the favoured journalist. Now another so-called journalist has been rewarded. You'll recognise these faces. They were the ones interviewing abducted journalists who were mysteriously recovered from their own studios. Now one of these journalists has landed a job at PTV. This is journalism's next low level, shameless and unfortunate. On rising inflation and the wheat crisis, inflation is soaring. Floods are partly responsible, but even before the floods, the government had done nothing to control prices. Electricity, gas, petrol, food, everything was already expensive. Now, post-flood, prices of 23 essential items have skyrocketed. Vegetable and fodder prices are out of control. Soon, milk will be unaffordable. Why? Because flood-affected regions are key dairy zones where companies like Nestle source milk. You won't find pure open milk either. Even packaged milk will become hard to get. This is going to be a serious crisis across Punjab and other regions too. Even wheat is now in short supply. The government has had to restrict wheat used for chicken feed, reserving it for flour instead. This crisis happened because they wronged the farmers. They bought wheat from them for 2,000 rupees, and now it's worth 4,000. They doubled the price in 2 months, but now they can't escape the consequences. So this is the situation. We're headed into a serious economic and political crisis. Lastly, I want to share, this week I'm going for fundraising. If you're in Manchester, please join us on Stock Road at my Nawab restaurant between 7 and 9:30 p.m. We're all working for Pakistan. Do your part too. That wraps up our translation of Imran Riaz Khan's video. I hope this English version helped you understand his message better. Please like, share and subscribe to Awami Lens to help our community grow. Don't forget to leave a comment below and let me know what you thought of this effort.